Peace, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you are very well, wherever you may be. If you are returning to the channel, you know where we're at in Synchronous Universe. But if you are new here, uh, briefly catch up from the last couple of videos, and that will be as far as we've gotten into this book. The previous videos are dedicated to Peaks and Valleys, which is the prerequisite to Synchronous Universe, but it's not necessary. And all of this is available free here. Just consider maybe like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We have a lot to cover. I plan to continue doing this for a while. And we're just getting started. So these are the first two books that I published, and I'm extremely excited to share this with you. So we're going to keep on rolling into this material. At any point in time, if you have any questions, comments, regards concerning this stuff, please holler at me with anything. I appreciate the insights as well. So we're going to pick up from where we left off, roughly, and continue into the manuscript. We'll also do some reflection in the process, as we normally do. And before I do that, I have a couple of quick announcements that both of these are available if you are unsure on Amazon. But if you don't use Amazon, you are welcome to contact me directly, and I will ship them out to you. And the Patreon page is it's free to join that community. So if you'd like to reach out to me through there, I'm also going to have some different uploads to Patreon as well. Is there anything else that I need to address before we get started? I think we are good. I did plug the book's last video, so check out these previous videos. Check out the links in the comment section for Amazon, or just holler at me if you would like to for anything. So in the manuscript today, we are in Chapter 1, Part 1, Pattern Break, and closing out, we're just kind of getting the juices flowing with this manuscript here. There was a brief introduction that I do encourage everybody who's following along to check out at some point. As I noted too, real quickly, these are workbooks, so you can jump to any section at any time, and it's more so a workbook for your utility. All right. Now, starting from the top. In the daily life experience, every individual is unraveling their specific coding that is unique to their life spirit, or as mentioned earlier, electromagnetic biophysical field, the vibrationary resonance and frequency flow of the soul or the spirit, the subtle essence of the individual. This happens primarily internally, although it does directly reflect itself to the external world of the individual as a natural response in physical reality, in the life experience and universal constructs of Mother Earth and the firmament of God. So again, getting the juices flowing, transitioning, perspective, and turning senses inwardly, focusing on these faculties that are flowing through the divine technologies within our being. As previously noted, most of what is happening in the world around us is actually invisible to the naked eye. However, some of these frequencies of life essence transmute themselves into beautiful patterns one may observe with the proper perspective. Yes, the Fibonacci sequence, intricate pattern of Mother Nature, mathematically and systematically organizing for all living organisms to process in her creation field, through which the golden mean ratio is derived. So these are mathematical law in the universe that you can observe anywhere with the physical senses. This is just to, again, get in the juices flowing for this material for the book. Now, again, we're focused on this being a pattern break as we start to develop that inward sense awareness. The universal coding is embedded in the collective subconscious mind and universal memory or Akashic records. Intricate geometric vibrational patterns hold unique frequencies specific for organizing information into life. All is recycled of the life spirit, the mind, the material body of the individual soul. All parts existing across all multidimensional fields are recycled back into life cycle. Death is life, beginning of new life for the spirit, mind and body respectively to universal law and accord. These are transformative processes and nothing to fear. So developing an understanding for the universal memory, the unconscious, which is the blueprint of our imagination. It's the darkness and the chaos of all of the impressions that we've experienced, the collective storehouse of experiences that's been impressed upon us. And all of this has a specific intelligence behind it, programming it as it is, respectively to its frequency or resonance field without. So as within, so without, as above, so below. We're in this perpetual recycling of all that is. And you can call the realm the great universal consciousness, the creator, the earth realm, whatever you will. Over time, we can also note that gods, deities, forces of nature have been personified, anthropomorphized, archetypically represented, personified, and written in mythologies and explored in the heavens above, and mapped out through the imagination of man, the constellations of that drew the symbolism that we refer to here up to this day. So let's continue. These interdimensional geometric vibrational energy patterns are significant for understanding the rituals of sigil magic, symbolism that can be harnessed for both black and white, evil and good, negative and positive, etc., magical rituals inside of the matrix. As you are the alchemist, you understand that you have these powers within. You can do evil and good. Okay, now that we have noted what is going on in the invisible world, which shows one and the same as the material, higher frequency forms of life force, alchemically transmuting light force essence into lower states of vibration, as above, so below. So what are we repeating this for? All of the light bodies that are moving through the fields of the heavens above, the cosmos, the astrological signatures that vibrationally present themselves as light bodies, planetary bodies, and celestial luminaries, all in what seem to be some form of motion and pattern that is cymatically interchanging and interweaving from the heavens above, and feeding their life energy, their life force essence into this realm here, where they also form and take shape into creation, which is our creation field, which is so below. So hopefully that gives a different perspective with that, or deeper perspective. All right. This divine life force, here you go. This divine life force surges through the being of the student. Awareness of one's own perception is vital to raising the frequencies on the interdimensional fields of the inner realms, specifically the subconscious mind and the life spirit, through repetition of empowering energy patterns with conscious awareness of thoughts and actions. Properly attuned to prana, breath control, getting closer to God, the divine source within. This inner universe begins to awaken the more this practice is enabled by the individual. The subconscious begins to remember itself. The life spirit begins to flow strong and healthy, and the individual becomes one with all that is internal, that is, the darkness and the light, as one. Longitudinal scalar waveforms permeate all existence, pure potential voltage inductions emanating ever-present dielectric potentia. These waveforms interweave, interact, and communicate with the living organisms and their electromagnetic biocurrents. As a matter of fact, they're in essence the formative cause of all that is in the creation field here. Thought frequencies of human beings have similar potential to organize as collective thought forms in etheric fields, forming potentially long-lasting belief systems that expand to invisible superstructures in the collective subconscious mind. Now, the same potentia emergence of life force permeating the spirit of the individual has the same capabilities as prana, potentia to manifest as the creative process in the life experience. This is an important note for the student. Divine life spirit is in a perpetual state of self-contemplation. Undisrupted from frequencies causing disease, the spirit does everything it can to live. When possessions, manipulative entities, particular forms of frequencies transmitting alternative communication signals to the natural flow of cellular and biological systems intervenes, the potentia of the individual can be harmfully affected and imbalanced, or diseased. This can cause divine life spirit to be spiritually or energetically attacked by these waveforms that are interweaving with their individual electromagnetic biofield. Without being attuned to the spirit, these electromagnetic interferences may not be immediately noticeable to the individual. This awareness is going to become more important as much of human consciousness and modern-day technology systems are becoming heavily integrated into the human experience here on Earth. In the first book, Peaks and Valleys, this is carefully assessed for the student to understand and develop inner awareness to these parasitic controllers existing in the matrix. I do recommend the student obtain the material if willed to do so. Oops. Bottom here. This is also a time to note utilization of technological advancements do have benefits. However, what most individuals are given access to and what is actually being done in laboratories and private facilities worldwide are completely different. Observing the bigger picture, this is an agenda constructed by central planners of global banking systems, powerful religious leaders, in quotes, politicians of countries, technocrats, not-so-secret societies, and other private sects of government and military operating in collusive efforts to psychologically and spiritually influence the will and spirit of human consciousness. Now, to pause for a moment, this doesn't necessarily confirm all intentions driven behind the global agenda are evil or good. Intuition is. With that in mind, recognizing all is one within you. You see, astral traveler, as one traverses through the matrix, these types of polarities exist everywhere. Attempting to vacuously loop your prana, life force energy, into their trappings. Living vicariously through human habits, both thoughts and actions or energy patterns, and are geometrically perfect to harvest and power their machines in the materialist world. This is where the light of awareness of the power within you to shape your reality, raise the vibrational frequencies within thoughts, spirit, and will to equilibrium and healthy flow, and understand how manifestation is first expansion from within and projects itself into the external physical field. As we move into part 2, may the student take any time to review any personal notes if necessary. I, the author, am going to present and unravel this material as honorably as possible. The synchronicities between all that is no coincidence. Rest assured, if the student has already discovered this at some point, finding opportunity to convene with their inner life spirit. There is symbolism in everything in the sensuous realms that humans have deep relationships with, whether they are aware of it or not. It is programmed into the subconscious. The life experience is a collection of all relationships that you have with everything. As the alchemist, you are responsible for balancing, harnessing, and transmuting all inner potentia in the life experience. Okie dokie, let's keep moving. Chapter 1, Part 2, Subconscious Mind Egregores Demonic Possessions of Spirit. Now, this is a great place to pause. I'm not going to read much more from the material today, the context today. I think that's plenty to expand on or ponder, sit with, contemplate, do what thou wilt with the material. And the next video we will get into chapter 1, part 2. I'm going to keep the video relatively shorter today. Not all these videos, as you'll see, they're not 1 hour long. I just so happen to, I guess, tangent a little bit more in some of the previous videos. So if you like shorter videos, most of these are shorter, and I'm sticking to the context of the material, not trying to derail too much. I have so much more to present with this channel, so definitely stay tuned, stick around. This isn't the only playlist either. I have an esoteric explorations playlist of synchronicities and symbolism. For the Year of the Snake, it is a 2025 serpent decode, which doesn't cover all of the serpent symbolism by any means, but it is a great starter video for anybody interested in studying the Naga, the serpent symbolism, the ancient power of the serpent, the snake. Check that out. And another playlist is dedicated to outdoors, in nature. So there's some different stuff on here, and I hope that I'm going to try and spice it up and keep things interesting. This right here is, train on the tracks. This is business for me. I'm trying to share this workbook for anybody that's interested, intrigued with the developing the inner faculties of their potential. So with that being said, I will go ahead and get ready to close this video out. And once again, thank you everybody for your continued support. I really appreciate everybody being here, and anybody who subscribes, likes, comments. Please share any insights that you have. The Patreon is available. It's free to join. It's just going to be a background community. As I expand this channel, I'm going to add even more to the Patreon. Again, it's free to join if you're interested. The books are available on Amazon, and if you don't use Amazon, you can contact me directly, and we will sort that out. It is extremely hot and humid here, and also today is my 31st solar return, so thankful to be here really and share a little bit of this with you today. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. Anybody who is having a birthday, solar return soon, awesome, big ups. And I'm wishing everybody the absolute best in their endeavors. Wherever you may be, please take care. Make sure to have fun. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but it is so hot here in Georgia and humid. You can barely be outside for long, stretches of time with them. You're just drenched, um, covered, soaked in sweat. So I think I have, dedicated some early morning and evening time to outdoor activities for now. It is super hot, and it really ramped up after this solstice. So I mean, it makes sense. We're moving into the dog days for sure in Georgia, but damn, it's here. So everybody, be careful, stay cool, make sure to have fun, be fearless, and I will see you in another video. Much love, everybody. Peace.